Fine, let's start the class. Just 1 second. So in today's class, we'll discuss about next category of visuals. That is next category of visuals. We'll discuss about the next category of visuals. Presenting the data in the structured format. So far, we're done with visuals for filtering the data, visuals for categorical data, visuals for, 1 second guys. One second. Fine. Visuals for visualizing the date and time related data. Visuals for visualizing the KPI data. Visuals for visualizing the geographical data. Till here we discussed. So now we will go and discuss when you want to present the data in the structured format, what are the visuals we have? We'll discuss guys now. Presenting the data in the structured format. Presenting the data in a structured format. When you want to present the data in the structured format, we have visuals. Let's talk about it. Let's open Power BI Desktop. So first visual, unable to hear. Others are able to hear me? Someone is telling that he is not able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, thank you. One second, I'll give the reply to him. Fine. So to present the data in the structured format, first visual we'll discuss in under this category is, let's load the tables into the PowerPoint, get data, Excel, sample superstore, orders table, click on load. Now we need to present the data in the structured format. The first visual we will discuss under this category is table visual guys. Table visual. There is a visual with the name table visual. Let's talk about the table visual. So this table visual is used when you want to present more number of dimension columns and more number of fact columns data. This table visual is used to present more number of dimension columns and more number of fact columns data. Whenever we need to present more number of dimension columns and fact columns data, more number of dimension columns and fact columns data. Whenever we need to present more number of dimension columns and fact columns data, we'll use table visual guys. Look at this. So there are other visuals, right? In other visuals, we can present only limited number of dimension columns, limited number of fact columns. In our other visuals, we can present only limited number of dimension columns and limited number of fact columns. It is not possible to keep more number of dimension columns and fact columns. Take an example. I want to keep 5 dimension columns and 3 fact columns. 3 fact columns. So when I want to keep 5 dimension columns and 3 fact columns, can I keep in any visuals here? Means no. The visuals will not support that many dimension columns and that many fact columns. Then where I need to show it? The visual will not support that many dimension columns So if you want to show, you need to go and present in table visual. Table visual, it contains only one field well with the name values, guys. It contains how many field wells? It contains only one field well with the name of values. That is the place where we will drag dimension columns and fact columns together. Rajesh, any questions? I request everyone please be on mute. So that is the place where we'll drag dimension columns and fact columns. You have only one field well for table visual. That is the place where you will drag dimension column. That is the place where we will drag fact column also. Let's assume I want to show category wise a dimension column, category wise, subcategory wise, ship mode wise, or segment wise, and like this. If you want to show multiple dimension column data, region wise, so almost 5 dimension column I dragged it. So along with the dimension columns, you can drag how many dimension columns you want, you can drag it. I'm showing category wise, subcategory wise, ship mode wise, segment wise, region wise, quantity, fact column, sales, profit. You can drag the fact columns like this. In this, you can drag multiple dimension columns and multiple fact columns, guys. In this, you can drag multiple dimension columns and multiple fact columns. These 5 are dimension columns. These 3 are fact columns. You can drag how many number of dimension columns you want, you can drag it. How many number of fact columns you want, you can drag it. So there is no visuals which will support that many dimension columns and that many fact columns. There is no visuals which will support that many dimension columns and fact columns. Right, we understand when we need to go with the table visual. Whenever we need to present more number of dimensions and fact columns data, we can go and present in the table visual, guys. So here nothing about the field wells, only one field well where we can drag dimension columns and where we can drag fact columns, both of them, dimension columns and fact columns. The second one is, the most important one for table visual is a formatting options, guys, formatting options. Let's talk about the formatting options. Table visual formatting options. So I'll go to explain the formatting options. I'll keep just 2 dimension columns, category wise, subcategory wise, sales, profit. I'll just have a visual with 4 columns and I'll explain all the formatting options. Let's talk about the formatting options. Let's talk about the formatting options. Just give me 1 second. Let's talk about formatting options. Fine. First, I need to format it, guys. Select the visual, go to the format, you'll see the formatting options here. So general, where to place the visual, we know about it. We no need to discuss. Styles. So styles means, so this is the table visual which contains header. We call this area as header, column header. We call this area as column header, and this middle one, the middle one we call it as values area, and the bottom one we call it as totals. Header, totals, values, header, values, total. So this table visual completely contains 3 sections: header, values, totals. So sometimes clients will ask you to format header with some font color and background color, totals with some font color and background color, values with some font color and background color. Instead of formatting it from the scratch, there are some styles, predefined styles which are available, guys. You can go to that styles and you can try with that styles. What are the different styles we have? The default. By default, style is default. If you want some other styles, you can try it. So when I try it, you are seeing a header in a different style and values with the different formatting options and totals. You can try these styles. When you think that any one of the style is fine, you can use it, guys. You can use it. So there are some predefined styles, predefined formatting. If you want to utilize it, you can start utilizing it quickly. So if I don't like any of the styles, what I have here, I can go and format myself. When I go to none, you will see the default. So default, when I go to default, you will see the default style. And if you want to format myself, I can format it. So I don't like any styles what I have here. I want to format myself. Grid. So grid is nothing but the complete one, we call it as grid, guys. So this is header, column header. This is values, values. This is totals, total, right? This is total. And this all three together, we call it as grid. All three together, we call it as what? Grid. Whenever you need to format complete table, you can go to grid. Go to grid. In the grid, you have vertical grid lines. Vertical grid lines are nothing but for each column, I need to have one line like this. For each column, I need to have one line like this. So for that, you need to go with vertical grid. You can on this, guys. Vertical grid, you can on this. I can give the vertical grid line color. I can add the vertical grid line color. And same way, horizontal grid. Horizontal grid. So horizontal lines, if you want to add horizontal lines, you can add it, guys. Already it is on. If you want to give the different color to the lines, you can go and give the lines, guys. So I can add the lines. If you look at this horizontal lines, we added it here. Same way row padding. Between each row, if you want to add some space, between each row, if you want to add some space, you can go and add it in row padding, guys. Row padding, increase it. You can go and increase the size. So see, between each row, it adds some spaces here. So when you think that the values are looking clumsy, when the row padding is less, the values are looking clumsy here. When the row padding is less, the values are looking clumsy here. So if you want to give some space between each row, you can increase it. Outline color. Outline color is nothing but, so below the header and values, this is header and this is values. Below the header and values, you see a line, that line color, and below the values and totals, you see a line, that line color. What color you want that line? If you want some other color there, you can change it. What is the thickness of that line you want? If you want to change the thickness of that line, we can change it. What is the text size? If you want to increase the header text size, values, totals, you can increase it. Image height. So image height is related to when you have image related columns in the visual. To increase that image or decrease that image, you can go with image height, guys. Let me show you about that image height. I have some sample data where I have images. Click on Excel. I have some sample data prepared here, which contains image related data. Power BI material, Power View, Power BI visuals, Power BI visuals, Power BI visuals. So images data. I have image data. Click on open. Click on open. So I have some data here, a place name and image. Click on transform data. I have a table. Click on use first choice header. So I have a column with the place name and its image URL. Click on close and apply. Click on close and apply. Let me show that data in the visual. How can I show the data in the visual is, just go and take the table visual. I can go and drag the place name. It shows the place name for me. And I want to show the place image. When I drag the image, by default, it will show the text only. It is showing image URL only. But instead of showing image URL, you need to write, show image here. What you need to do is, you need to select the image URL column, and you need to go to column tools. In the column tools, you'll see data category, guys. When it is a URL, you need to tell Power BI. Now it is treating it as a text. So yes, it is a text, but it is not a basic text. It's a URL. You need to select the column. You need to go to column tools. In the column tools, you need to go to data category. In the data category, you need to go and change it to image URL. Image URL. When you change it to image URL, then you can see the image here, guys. I have a place name and its image. If you want to increase the size of this image, if you want to decrease the size of this image, you can go to the format, you can go to the grid, you'll find an option called image height. There, we can start increasing the size of the image, right? It got increased. Or if you want to reduce the size of the image, you can reduce it, right? So like this, if you want to work with images, then you can go with that image height. Fine. That is all about grid, guys. Grid. The next one is column headers. So column headers means when you format in the column headers, it will format only this area. Only this area. Column headers is nothing but this. If I want to format this column headers, I can go and format it in the column headers. What is the font color I want? I want white font color. What is the background color I want? I want a gray background color. And what is the text size I want? If I format column header, it will format only the header. Same way, the next one is values. So the second one is values, guys. First one is column header. When you do any formatting in the column header, it will be applicable to this header. So next one is values. When you do formatting with values, it will be applicable for this case. When I go to values here, you will find 4 options: font color, background color, alternative font color, alternative background color, alternative font color, alternative background color. So font color, background color for odd rows. So for even rows, first 2 options, font color and background color for odd rows. First row, third row, fifth row, 7th row, 9th row, 11th row. If you want to format odd rows, you need to go with font color, background color. Odd rows. If you want to format even rows, alternative font color, alternative background color. Now, font color I want is black and background color I want is yellow, light yellow. So it is applicable for what? Only odd rows. And the next one is alternative font color and alternative background color. Alternative font color and alternative background color. It is for what? Even rows. Alternative font color, alternative background color. It is for even rows. Outline. Between each line, between each row, do you need a line? I don't want it. So there is 2 more options called URL icon and word wrap here. I'll talk about it. So what is this word wrap is? Word wrap is nothing but, so if you have multiple, if you have a bigger text, when word wrap is on, it will show in 2 lines, guys. When word wrap is on, so I have a bigger text. When word wrap is on, office supplies is a bigger text. When word wrap is on, it will show in 2 lines like this. When word wrap is off, it will show in 1 line only. It will show dots. When it is not able to accommodate complete text, it will show with dots. When word wrap is on, it will try to show the complete text. When word wrap is off, it will show with dotted lines, guys. It will show with dotted lines. Right. And font family and text size, we know about it. What is this URL icon? Sometimes we need to show some URL related information in the report, guys. So let me show here. I have a company name and their website. I have one data here, table visual, click on open. There is some links data. Links, I'm taking a table with the name links, click on transform data. Links, transform data, click on use first choice header. I have site name and their link, click on close and apply. Site name and their link. Here, I want to show that site name and their link, guys. So it is loading, just let's load. I want to show the site name and the link, guys, there. So in the visual, I want to show site name, site, and their link, guys. I want to show the link. So when you go here, it is not showing like a link. When I click on this, it is not taking to the web page. So when I click on this link, it need to take me to the web page, guys. Whenever you have the link, it is a web URL. You need to categorize this column, guys. If it need to work like a link, you need to categorize this column. Select the link, go to the column tools, go to the data category, and you need to categorize it as a what? It's a web URL, website URL. This is what? This is my site name, this is my URL. This is my site name, this is my URL. You need to categorize it as web URL. When you categorize it as web URL, now it is showing like a link, guys. It is showing like a link. Look at this. When I click on that link, so when I click on that link, it will take me to the website. It will take me to the website, guys. Right? When I click on that link, it will take me to the website. Okay. Now, when I show the complete URL here, it is occupying a lot of space. Why don't you show only link symbol here? And why don't you save some space in the report? Why don't you save some space in the report? So I can show only link symbol here. How can I show it is, go to format, go to values. In the values, you'll see an option called what? URL icon. Instead of showing the complete URL, if you want to just show just an icon, link here, you just on this. When you on this, it will not show complete URL now. It will just show a link symbol. Whenever you want to show a link symbol here, when you hover here, you can see complete link. When I click on this link, it will open, guys. It will open, right? So in the report, whenever you need to show just a link like this, you can go to the format and you can on the URL icon. You can on the URL icon. These are the different options you have in the values. If you want to format totals, if you want to format this total area, where you can format it. So select the visual, go to the format, go to totals and format it. Totals. Do you want to show totals or not? Sometimes we don't even want to show the totals. When you don't want to show it, stop it. Now I am not seeing the totals. When you want to show it, on this. And what is the name you want to show here? So totals or grand totals, what is the name? So by default it's showing totals. If you want to show grand totals, you can rename it. And what is the font color you want to show there? You can change the font color of this text. What is the background color you want there? You can go and change the background color there. So outline, do you want this line both top and bottom? Orange line is there, right? If you want that line both top and bottom, you can add it. So font family, text size, if you want to increase the text size, you can increase it. Like this, if you want to format the bottom area, you need to go with totals, guys. Simple. If you want to format the bottom area, totals. If you want to format the middle area, values. If you want to format column headers, this one, right? This one to format column headers. The next one is field formatting. Field formatting means sometimes we need to format each column with a different font color and background color. Sometimes we need to format each column with a different font color and background color. So when you want to format each column with a different font color and background color, you can go with field formatting. Select the visual, go to the format. This time, the next formatting option is field formatting. Which column I need to format? Category column. What is the font color? What is the background color? What is the background color? So where you need to align the values. The values, furniture is aligning to the left side of this column. So left side. So alignment is auto. Do you want to bring that furniture to the center? Bring it to center. The furniture came to center here. And do you want to apply this formatting? This formatting is applied for only values now. Do you want to apply it for header? Do you want to even apply it for header? Yes, apply to header. And do you want to apply it for totals? Just go and click on apply for totals. Right. So like this, I formatted category column. I want to format subcategory column now. When I want to format subcategory column, just go field formatting, go and select subcategory. Subcategory, what is the font color you want? And what is the background color you want? You can go and choose the background color. And where you need to align that subcategories. Do you want to align it to the center? Bring it to the center. Do you want to apply the formatting to the header? Do you want to apply the formatting to the values? So whenever you need to format any column, you can format it. Now I want to format the sales column. I can go and select the sales column here. And what is the display units you want? The sales display units I want is, now it is none, guys. I want to show in thousands here. Thousands. When I want to show in thousands, display units in thousands. And how many decimal? After that you are showing 2 decimal places. Value after decimal places, auto. Auto means 2 decimal places. I don't want to show 2 decimal places, 0 decimal places. I want a font color, a black color. I want a background color, a different color here, yellow. I can take it. Where you need to align the sales values, align the sales values in the center. And do you want to apply it to the header? You can apply it. Do you want to apply it to the totals? You can apply it. Like this, if you want to format each column separately with one color, you can go with what? A field formatting, guys. Field formatting. The most important one here is a conditional formatting. Conditional formatting. What is this conditional formatting? Let's talk about it. If you look at this, so there is a profit values. Some profit numbers are negative. Negative profits are there, positive profits are there. Wherever the positive profits are there, I want to show the background color, background blue color. Wherever the positive profits are there, I want to show background blue color. Wherever the negative profits are there, I want to show background red color, guys. I want to show background red color. Select the visual, go to the format, go to the format. Now this time conditional formatting. When I go to the conditional formatting, you'll see background color, font color, icons, and web URL. We'll talk about each one. So first we'll talk about a background color. So I want to, for which column I need to format? Profit column. I want to format, do the conditional formatting on profit column. So conditional formatting, go and select profit column. When I select profit column, you'll see background color. On this, when you on this, by default what it will do is, when the sum of profits is, when the sum of profit is giving lowest value, it will show light blue color. When the sum of profit is giving highest values, it will show dark blue color. For now, it will show saturation of color, light blue color to dark blue color. I don't want like that. What I need there? I don't want like this. I want, go to advanced controls. I don't want like this. I want define rules, guys. So when sum of profits, I want to define rules. When the sum of profits is from minimum value, so from minimum value, negative value till 0, less than 0, that means all the negative numbers, I want to show red background color. Add a rule. Starting from 0 till maximum number, show light blue color. I want to do a conditional formatting here. When sum of profit is starting from minimum value, least value, till less than 0, till negative values, show in red color. When sum of profit is starting from 0 till maximum number, show light blue color. When I press OK, look at this here. You got background colors. Wherever the negative profits are there, you are seeing red background color. Wherever the positive profits are there, you are seeing blue background color. When you want to go and format background color, you can format it like this. Sometimes we don't want background color, we want font color, guys. So when you go here, instead of background color, I want font color here. When I want font color, how can we format it? Let me go to the second visual. In this visual, I don't want background color. So you are doing conditional formatting based on background color here. Based on background color here. Sorry, not for category column, for a profit column. Profit column, you are doing conditional formatting based on background color. I don't want background color. So in this profit column, I want to do the conditional formatting. Now you are giving background red color, blue color. I don't want like that. So what I need is, when the profit is negative, I want to show text in red color. Text in red color. Red text. When the profits is positive, I want to show blue text. So this time I need to go and do the formatting with what? Font color. Conditional formatting. Go and select the profit column, and in the profit column now I want font color. On this, by default, again it will give color scale. The sum of profits is less, it will show light blue color. When the sum of profits is more, it will show dark blue color, guys. Advanced controls, I can define the rules here. Go and define the rules. So when a profits is from negative value, minimum value till 0, show red font color. Add a new rule. Starting from 0 till maximum number, add a blue text. Press OK. Look at this. When the sum of profits is from the negative values, red text. See, previously red background. Now it is just red text. So if you want a font color, if you want to do the conditional formatting on font color, you can go here. If you want to do the conditional formatting on background color, you can do it here, right? The next one is data bars. Data bars. If you want to add the bars here in the visual, if you want to add the bars, if you look at this, I have a visual here. So in this visual, I want to add the data bars. Data bars means here, wherever the negative values are there, I want to show red color bar. Wherever the positive values are there, I want to show blue color bar. For that, select the format, go to conditional formatting, profit column. In the profit column, this time data bars. When I on the data bars, go to advanced control. By default, positive bars it will give dark blue color, negative bars it will give light blue color. I don't want like this. Positive bars dark blue is okay. Negative bars I want in red color. Press OK. So it will show Negative bars, what is the value? Positive bars. What is positive value? Where you have more values, it will show bars. If you want to show bars, you can go to advanced controls, you can show it here, guys. Right? So where you want to show the bars, left to right or something here, you are showing bars left to right and right to left. So something it is showing bar direction, left to right and right to left. So it is just interchanging, guys. So negative values which side you need to show, positive values which side you need to show, that is showing. So you just need to go with left to right only, I think. So negative bars I want to show in left side and positive bars I want to show in right side. You are able to show it. Data bars. So sometimes we don't even want data bars, guys. Sometimes what we need is we need icons. So when there is a positive, when there is a negative profit, I want to show red down arrow. Wherever profit is negative, I want to show red down arrow. Whenever profit is positive, I want to show blue up arrow. These arrows are nothing but icons. So I want to show icons. I don't want to show bars here. Now you are showing bars based on the sales value. I don't want to show bars. I want to show arrows. Down arrow, down red arrow for negative profits, up blue arrow for positive profits. This means icons, guys. I need to format profit column. Go to conditional formatting. I need to format profit column. This time I don't want background color. I don't want font color. I don't want data bars. I want what? Icons. On the icons, go to advanced controls. By default, it is giving something like this. I don't want the rules which is defining here. From 0 to 33%, it is giving this icon red diamond. From 33 to 67% of profits, it is giving triangle, and 67 to 100%, it is giving something, a green circle. I don't want like that. I want just up arrow and down arrow. What I need? I just want an up arrow and down arrow, guys. I just want an up arrow and down arrow. For that, I will remove these rules, what Power BI is creating automatically. From minimum value, from minimum number till zero number, I want down red arrow. So when sum of profits is starting from minimum number till 0, I want down red arrow. Add a new rule. So starting from 0 till maximum number, I want green up arrow. Green up arrow. Like this, you can choose any symbol here. For me, when the profit, sum of profits is negative, red down arrow. When sum of profits is positive, green up arrow. When I press OK, you'll get only wherever negative profits are there, red down arrow. Wherever positive profits are there, up arrow. I want this arrow right side of my data. I want right side of my data. Go here. You find an option called left of the data and right of the data. I can select right of the data. You can get that arrow in the right of the data. So like this, whenever you need to have some symbols based on the values, you can have the symbols, guys. You can have the symbols. So this is icons. And there is one more formatting called web URL. So now what is that web URL is? So now here, what you are trying to do is, you created a visual. One thing what I can do is, I can create a table visual. In the table visual, I can show the site name. I can show the complete link. So when you show the complete link, it is occupying a lot of space. To reduce the space, what we did? To reduce the space, what we did is, instead of showing the complete link, we show this link symbol. So here, instead of showing complete link, if I want to show link symbol here, how to show it? Go to format, go to grid. There is an option called go to grid, guys. Go and select this. Go to values. Go to values. You'll find an option called URL icon. When you on this, you'll find URL icon. You'll save the space. So first we are showing the complete link, guys. When you stop URL icon, it will show complete link. So here we thought that instead of occupying this much space, better to show the link. So even my client is telling that why you need to show a separate column link. Why don't you make this this itself as a link? When I click on AB trainings here, when I click on this text here, it need to open my company website. Now, if you look at this here, when I click on this one, it will open the website. So here, when you to show the complete link, it is taking what? More space. So when you even, so to occupy less space, you show link. When you click on this, it will open the company website. But I don't even want to show the link. I want to make this text to work like a link. When I just click on this A/B trainings, it need to work like a link, guys. So I have another visual here. In that another visual, I'll just drag the site name, and the site names itself want to work as a link. I don't want to drag any link column here. This itself want to work like a link. This text itself, if it need to work like a link, you need to go and format it, guys. Go to format, go to conditional formatting. This time, site column, I need to do conditional formatting. What? Web URL. Behind each text, I need to give one URL. Behind each text, I need to give one URL. So for that, I need to go and do the conditional formatting here. On the web URL, by field value. Beside the site, what you need to give? By field value, I need to do the conditional formatting. So first link, beside the site, first link. So if you observe here, I have a table called links table. For AB's trainings, for the first time, when it is coming, what is the link I have? I want to give that link, guys. So simple. In the place of AB trainings, behind this text, I want to show which link? I want to show this link. I want to show this link. Behind the text, if you want to show that link, what I need to do is, behind this text, I want to show this link, guys. This link. When I want to show this link behind the text, what I need to do is, just select this visual, go to conditional formatting, web URL on this. By field value, you need to go with by field value. 3 options you will find it. Range, color scale, and by field value. This time you need to go with field value. Which field value? So links table, link. I want to show the link, first link. For the first time, AB trainings is coming. For that AB trainings, what is the first time you have the link? That link I want to show. Here either you want to select first link or last link. When you select first link or last link, the option is, the output is same here. Why? Because I have the name only once. I have only one link. When you even select first link or last link, the option output is same. I'm selecting first link. I'm trying to show behind the site for AB trainings, what is the first link it is getting? I'm asking to give that link here. When I press OK, this itself will work like a link. You can stop the totals. How can you stop these totals? You can go to format, totals, stop it. Now this itself will work like a link. I don't want to show a separate column here to open my website. When I click on this AB trainings, it will open a link. It will open a link. So if whenever you want to format behind any text, whenever you need to give some link, you need to go and format it in where? Conditional formatting, you need to format in web URL, guys. Web URL, very rarely we might use it. This is conditional formatting. Remaining options are same. Title, background, lock aspect, border, shadow, tooltip, visual header, same formatting options which we seen with other visuals. Fine. Any questions about the formatting options or about this table visual? Any questions? Anybody have any questions? Fine, guys. The next one is we need to discuss about one more visual there, matrix visual. Sometimes to present the data in the structured format, people will not like to see the data in the table format. They might need to see the data in the matrix visual, guys. Matrix visual. The second visual is matrix visual. Matrix visual. When I go here, this is matrix visual, guys. So here I'm creating a visual where I'm showing category wise, region wise sales. So here in a table visual, I'm showing category wise, region wise sales, or category wise, region wise sales. So when you show in the table visual, it looks like this. Go and add the border. So go and add the border here, and go and add the It is showing category wise, region wise sales, guys. Category wise, region wise sales. Category, we have three different categories: furniture, office supplies, technology. And we have four different regions: central, east, south. 3 into 4, 12 rows you got it. How many rows you got? 12 rows. Sometimes clients will not be interested to see the data in more number of rows. The same data I can show it in less number of rows. Now you are in a table visual, you want to show the data in more number of rows. When the same data, if you want to show in the less number of rows, yes, I want to present the data in the structured format, but in the less number of rows. That time you can go and present the data in the matrix visual, guys. Control Z. I'll create a separate visual called matrix visual. The same data I can show it in the matrix visual. Let me show you how I can create a matrix visual here. I want to show region wise. I want to show region wise. I want to show region wise, region or else category wise. Category I can drag it to the rows, and region wise. Region I can drag it to the columns. Region I can drag it to the columns, and sales I can drag it to the values. Values. Here this contains three field wells: rows, columns, values. In the rows, what you need to show? Categories. In the columns, what I need to show? Regions. And in the values, what I need to show? Sales. Now the same information, guys, there is no difference. Whatever you are showing here and there is pin to pin same. There is no difference in it. Category wise, region wise sales. Category wise, region wise sales. Only difference is here it is showing in 12 rows. Here it is showing in 3 rows. When I want to check for a combination of data here, it takes some time. When I want to check for some combination of data here, it takes some time. Technology central region, what is the sales? So technology central region, what is the sales? If you want to check it, it might take some time here. So in all these 12 rows, if you want to check it here, it is easy. Technology central region, the sales is 1,70,000. The same number here and there. So whenever you need to show the data like this, you need to go and present the data in the matrix visual, guys. This is a matrix visual where it can show the same data in the less number of rows, where we can read the values quickly when compared to table visual. This is one purpose when we will go and use matrix visual. Sometimes they will ask you to show the data in the same format, like this, but they don't like to see these repeated values. Furniture is repeated for 4 times. Instead of repeating 4 times, just show furniture only once. Just show office supplies only once. Just show technology only once. They want to see the data like this only. But only thing is, they don't want to see the values repeated here. They don't want to see the values repeated here. Furniture, when it is repeating for multiple times, they don't want to see repeated values. They want to see only one value. Office supplies, when it is repeating for multiple times, they don't want to see multiple times. They want to see only once. So for that, how can I show it is, again, the matrix visual will help us. In the table visual, it is not possible, guys. In the table visual, can I show only furniture once means there is no option available in the format. In the table visual, when you go to format, you don't find any option available to show only one time furniture. But in the matrix visual, you can do that. When you go to the matrix visual, just go and show categories, drag the category column to the rows, and same way drag the region column also to the rows, and drag the sales column to the values. So once you drag 2 columns in one field well, it will create what? Drill down visual. It will create a drill down visual. What you need to do is, you need to click on expand all down one level in the hierarchy. I want to show both category and region wise sales. Both the data I want to see at a time. When I want to see both the data, you can click on category wise, region wise sales. When I click on this, it is showing category furniture, region. I don't want to see both category and region in same column. I want to see category in one column, region in another column. But I want to see category only once, furniture. I want to see office supplies only once. I want to see technology only once. For that, what I need to do? Is just select the visual, go to the format, go to the row. So I'm formatting here rows. Go to the format, row headers. In the row headers, you will find an option called stepwood layout. It is on. When it is on, it will show category and regions like steps. I don't want to show like steps. Off this. When you off this, this time it is showing category furniture separately, and under each region, furniture, each region, what is the values? Office supplies, each region, what is the values? Technology, each region, what is the values? Sometimes instead of showing the data like this, they might ask you to show the data like this. When you want to show the data like this, you need to go with what? A matrix visual. Sometimes instead of showing the data like this, they might ask you to show the data like this. You need to go with what? Matrix visual. Both the cases, we're going to present the data in the structured format only, table visual or matrix visual. So when you present in the matrix visual, we will find less number of rows where we can read the values easily. There are some cases where they might ask you to see the result like this. When they want to see the results like this, again you need to use matrix visual, guys. Any questions here? When you even go to formatting, you'll find the same formatting option: general, styles, grid, column header, row headers, grand total, subtotals, field formatting, conditional formatting, title, background. For a table visual, what formatting options you will find? Same kind of formatting options you can see. Same kind of formatting options you will see. Just go and try that formatting options. These are the visuals which we used for presenting the data in the structured format, guys. So far, so we are done with discussing all the types of visuals. We even see how to bring some custom visuals, how to use it. So whenever your client is not satisfied with the default visuals what you have here, you can just click on. So far I discussed a lot of visuals, more than 30 visuals I discussed. Tomorrow when you go and join in the company, majority of the cases we will use the visuals what I discussed only, guys. Believe me, whatever the visuals I discussed, 99.9% of the cases will use same visuals. For some reasons, if you want to use any new visual, you don't want to bother at all. So whatever the visuals I discussed, more than 30, 35 visuals I discussed, I'm telling that these are the visuals which we mostly used. For some reasons, if client is asking to use a new visual, so you just want to do three things, guys. To learn any new visual, only three things you need to learn. What is the purpose? To learn any new visuals, first learn purpose, and then learn field wells. Field wells. What are the field wells it contains? And then learn formatting options. Once you learn these three, you can start using that visual, right? Now, no worries at all. Whatever the visuals I discussed, that is more than enough. We even see how to bring the custom visuals, how to use them. Go to three dots, click on get more visuals. When you click on get more visuals, it will take to the web page where you can find the visuals. You need to know, if you want to use any visuals, first learn the purpose of the visual, then learn field wells, then learn formatting options, and then bring that visual and start using it. When you click on add, the visual will come here. You can start using that visual. Fine, guys. I'll stop here. I'll continue from here in tomorrow's class, guys. Table and matrix visual.